Hi, and congratulations. Wow. If you've made it to this level of the mountain, you are one in many, many, many million. You're one of the chosen few. This doesn't mean anybody's not good or not right for maybe stopping somewhere along the way, but if you look around, there's very few of you left compared to what started out at base camp, isn't there? This is a big one, gang. And this is the one that sort of really decides if you're going to make it to the top of the mountain or not. Selflessness. Selflessness. What does it mean? What does selflessness mean? Is it the opposite of selfish? Selflessness is the mindset where you are doing everything possible to bring joy, happiness, success, credit to others. Selfless. Not about self. It's about giving. It's about the highest level of maturity. Maslow calls it self-actualization, where you realize you are unlimited potential, where you realize that you have so much to give to others and that that's what will make the difference. So we go through the various levels of this, right? That we start out life as selfish. Selfish people need others. They can't do it themselves. Some people never get out of that level. Of course you do. Because you go from selfish to independent, which is basically I, me. And all decisions and choices are based on what will benefit me. And if it doesn't benefit me, I'm out, right? That's independent. So we go from needs to independent, right? Dependent to independent. And then we go to cooperation. When we finally figure out we can't do it ourselves, we need help. We need group. We need the village. Yes? And that's we, us. So dependent to I, me, to we, us. But then there is that special level above that where you are right now called giving, selflessness, where you realize the true joy in life, where your esteem will just shoot off into the galaxies, is the give. Well, musicians, that's why we're musicians. The chance to give, to express, not to impress, but to express, to give it away. Look at your own life. Look at how much you enjoy making other people happy, surprising them, doing the dishes and just for the sake of doing the dishes. Surprising, right? So, if we look at this and we break it down, what you will find out that this game that we all play of I've got to get this, I've got to get this, I've got to have that new phone, I've just got to have it. That the minute you get it, you don't got to have it anymore. But something else takes its place immediately, yes? It's like taking a bucket of water out of the ocean. There's no hole left. And the mind goes, okay, we got that. What's next? And that's why this game of I have to keeps going. You know, I have to get through high school. I have to make good grades. Important. I have to get in the college I want to get into. And then I have to get the job I want. And then I have to get that new car. I have to get that spouse. I have to have that house. Wait. I have to have a better house. And then one day, it's like an epiphany. You go, wait a minute. This is a one-way street. I'll never get it all. If I get an island, if I buy a yacht, I'll never get it all. So what's the point? The point is that in that process, You're giving all the time. Now let me break it down into a real simple, I hope, formula, equation, recipe, understanding, whatever. You ready? Here we go. This is how it makes sense to me too. If I do this to get that, I just made that more important than this. Make sense? If I study to get an A, I just made getting an A more important than studying, than the learning process. And we've all done it. Yeah. If I practice to be the soloist, I just made being the soloist more important than my practice. What's your point, Tim? In selflessness, you don't do this to get that. You do this because it is that. Did that make sense? We are leaders, servant leaders, to help other people achieve. And you know what? Most adults can't get their mind around this. Because for most people, the decisions and the choices they make are on logic. And it feeds me. It feeds the animal. It feeds survival. It feeds safety, right? It feeds the need to belong, etc. Selflessness. The choices and decisions are made from your heart and from your soul. That doesn't mean you don't have logic in there as part of it. But the will, the good will to help others is dominant. You know, I always remember that great story about Mother Teresa, right? And she won the Nobel Prize for Peace. And that's a pretty big deal, right? And she sold the great trophy, the Nobel Prize. She sold her Nobel Prize. And when they said, why would you, your Nobel Prize winner, why would you sell it? She said, well, you can't eat it. There's people that are hungry. So I sold it, and we can buy food to feed those people. Selflessness. And I don't know if you know this or not, but she had congestive heart failure. Yeah? And on the day that she died, she fed the lepers that day. That was one of the things she did each day. She fed the lepers. And they told her, don't get up. You know, your life is coming to an end. And her response was, they're hungry. Selflessness. So, I look at you. I look at where you are on this mountain. I congratulate you many, many, many times over for making it this far. But to get to the top, we're going to have to embrace selflessness. And when you do, and you just let go, you will be so excited about who you are. So thanks. Thanks for just coming close to this. Just trying to understand it. Just putting your mind up against it. And you know what? You get this one done. You are so far ahead of the pack. It's unbelievable. So thanks for having with me. I'll see you on the next part of the mountain. Alrighty? Thank you.